Hello and welcome to Middle-Aged Geek Girl. I'm Sally. I was contacted by a new to me company called SevenGreat, and they asked if I would be interested in reviewing a couple of products. So from the website, they are new in the cross stitch field and they sell cross stitch and cross stitch related items. So of course I was happy to give them a shot, and I selected two kits, one being a Joy Sunday and one was a mystery to me and I wasn't quite sure, but it looks like it could be a no name brand or even a Huracan, but we'll check that out in a moment. First of all, let's look at the Joy Sunday kit, and the reason I picked this one is because it does have this nice big space here, which we'll have a look at in a moment. So this is a 14 count kit, being 26 by 25 centimeters. It is a little bit roughed up. It did get a little bit roughed up in the post. I don't blame SevenGreat for that. I think for some reason this post was just put through the rough stuff a bit more than other ones, but this is still, as always, a great chart from Joy Sunday, easy to follow and easy to read. On this one, it looks like there's 33 colors in total. 31 of them are used as a full stitch, one as a half stitch, one as a French knot, and 7 for back stitch. So there's a bit of everything in this one, as you can see. That's the image there. So it's a nice little handmade embroidery hoop. Now, as I was saying, I'll probably show it on this, might be a bit better. Where they've got the heart here and all of this blank space, which would be simulating the Ada fabric, I will not be doing the heart. This is perfect space for me to customize with a Sally saying. I'll show it again, I'll show you the image here so you can see. So in here I will be putting probably a swear word that I'll be able to design myself and put in there. But if you wanted to do the kit as it is, you would put the love heart. But if you've been watching my channel long enough, you know that if I can customize it with a sweary bit, I will customize it with a sweary bit. And I'm just looking at my background here, my background paper that I've used. I think it's actually upside down because the bricks, I guess brickwork could go either way. So if that is upside down, I do apologize if it's doing your head in a little bit, but I'll bring you down just slightly so we can check out the actual canvas itself. And it is printed great as always, and with Joy Sunday you do get the edges sewn off so you don't get fraying, so it looks good. As I said, this one did come through a little bit squished, but you could easy enough put that under something heavy to flatten it out. I wouldn't recommend ironing it unless you maybe put a tea towel or something on top before you iron it, because you don't want to get this wet and lose all of your pre-printed design. But it looks like fairly simple. Obviously this part here is color 3865, so it is all white. So they've actually put it in to stitch all this white. I wouldn't personally, because I don't like stitching white on white. I would just put my customized word in there or image or whatever I wanted to put in there and leave the rest of it white to make it even more partial than it is, because it is actually a partial image. And going back to this again, you can see like that will be all back stitch. The heart and all of this part here will be back stitch, because it's once again saying to stitch that all white and put the, yeah, it is, look, if we look on the actual chart, back stitch, back stitch. So you could customize all of that part yourself, up to you whether or not you'd want to put white on white or not. It's not a lot, so you could still do white on white. It's just me, I just have this thing about stitching white on white. I just don't like doing it, but it is an awesome looking canvas, no problems at all. It is a little bit busy here where the flowers and the objects, which I think that's your pin cushion and that's your cotton reel, so a little bit busy there because you're changing colors a couple of times, but overall it's really good. Oh, it's actually called I Love Cross Stitch 2, so there must be an I Love Cross Stitch 1. So with Joy Sunday you get your needles as always, and as I said, 33 colours. Colour 1 being all that white, so you could probably save on that if you wanted. Colour 32 and 33 would be what you're using for half stitch and a bit of back stitch. And here are the other colours. Just dividing them up, won't be a moment. There we go. So you've got colour 1 to, sorry, this is colour 16 to colour 30. There are nice colours in it. It's a more natural sort of subtle colours in this one. And there is colours 1 to 15. So pretty colours and more subtle. So I do like this kit. So much potential for customization, which means I like it even more. So yeah, that's the first one. I'll pop this away and we'll check out the second kit. Alrighty, so this is the second kit, and I took a chance on it because it is Winnie the Pooh, and if you've watched my channel for a while, you know how much I love Winnie the Pooh. I absolutely do not like Disney, but I love Winnie the Pooh. So I'm not sure what brand this one is. It didn't say on the website, it didn't mark it as anything in particular. So I'm not sure if it's a no brand or a Hurricane, but here is the chart. It's 11 count on this one, and it's 104 by 148 stitches. So it doesn't say what that is in centimeters, but we'll measure the canvas and we'll check that out. But it's giving you your information on how to do your stitches, the image there, which is a little bit blurry on the printing here, but you can basically see it's Winnie the Pooh with his hand in his honey jar in a stained glass look, and that's the image there. Now it's 30 colors, all full stitch, and it's really quite difficult to work it out. I'll be honest with you there. I mean, I can see that's the tree and that's the honey pot, but as for Pooh himself, he just looks like a mess of color. That's not going to say it is going to be a mess of color when I do it. It's just very hard to see the image with the symbols they've used. 30 colors. Looking at the image, it may be enough because it is sort of very straightforward blocky colors, so you can sort of see the color there that they've used for the honey pot is pretty much all of the straight color. Like there's not a lot of shading or detail to this one. It's pretty much standard block color, so it may be enough colors. It's one of those ones you've got to do it, I think, to see. But we'll have a look at the canvas, and here it is. So it's not a massively big canvas. So I was going to measure how big the actual canvas was. So 104 stitches is about 24 centimeters that way, and 148 stitches gives us about 34 and a half. So it's about a 24 by 34 centimeter canvas. And again, only elements I can pick out on the canvas, like there's your honey pot, there's your tree, there's your grass. Pooh himself, well, there's his leg, but he's a bit hard to work out, but I think you definitely need to stitch it to see him. And I think there will be enough color range, being that there's 30 colors, and oh, look at that, there's color 666 in him, so that would be for his top because he does have a red top. So yeah, we're going to have to really, I think this is going to have to be a stitch and see to do, but that's the problem with no name branded canvases or Hurricane. Even if it is a Hurricane, the number of colors you get, there's no detail in the sense it's all just full stitch. You don't get any back stitch for detail. I don't think this one really needs back stitch for detail because it is stained glass and they've got sort of all of the lining in a different color, but I would have thought that would have been a black, but nope, it's in a different color for all of the divide. So yeah, I think it's a stitch and see, but let's check out the thread anyway. Now it's come through in a new way of showing it. Oh, there you go. They say it's a 30 by 40, but it's actually a 24 by 34. So the full canvas itself is going to be 30 by 40. And I've just noticed this one is also not as tightly stitched as Joy Sunday. It's a bit more looser stitched, but it is stitched around the border as well, so that will stop fraying. So that's a plus. And as far as it being legible, it is printed really clearly. Like, it's not overly pigmented. You can see where each symbol goes, so that's not a problem either. And this seems to be something new I haven't noticed before. They're putting the threads on these individual cards rather than one of the full tray type things. So each thread is by itself like that. And doesn't look like it's in any particular order. Oh, it's meant to be in number order. No, it's not. So it's a bit messed up as well. So it's not in number order. So we'll look at my favorite color since it's loose. There it is. 666. I don't know if I like this or not like this. I think it's going to be, I mean, if you had something you wanted to hang it up with, I guess if you had a hook or something, you could hang it up on that. But I sort of like it on the one big card. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you like it like this, or do you prefer it on the big card like the Joy Sunday one was? It's going to be a bit more orcs to show you the actual threads. So I might have to just spread it out like that to see. You don't want to be too rough, because if you rip that off, then you've lost what number it is. So yeah, personally I don't like it like these. This to me is the equivalent of diamond painting when you get the drills in those fidgety farty little bags. I think this is the same. I mean, other people might like it. As I said, let me know in the comments. But personally, I think it's a bit harder to manage. But there is a range of the colours that you can see. There's going to be some nice reds for his top. And Pooh himself should be these nice sort of amber colours, but the rest of it looks like it's pretty earthy colours because it's a tree and dark grass. But yeah, it's that's them. So yeah, yuck, don't like this at all. But these are the things that you get when you try and you go for different brands that aren't Joy Sunday or Spring. It's still worth like getting the kits just to see what they're like and to show them to you as well before you spend your money on them, because remember, I'm getting these as PR reviews, so I'm not spending my money on them. So if you see something you like or dislike about it, at least you know in advance if you're interested in that kit. But personally, I don't like these because I think these can get a lot more matted in the bag, but it must be the way they're doing it. We'll see if I get more that are non-branded ones. We'll see if this is like the new way that they're going to be doing the thread. Oh, and I forgot, you also do get, the one thing you do get with these no-named ones is a really cool toolkit. So you do get a lot of needles. You get your finger protector and a threader as well. So that's always a bonus. That's always appreciated. But yeah, that's interesting. I think it's a do and see. I think this one will turn out all right. As I say, it's a very simple image and it's all block colors. But again, it's a do and see. So I'll pop this one away and we'll come back for outro and final thoughts. Okay, so here they are, the two kits that were kindly sent to me from a new to me company, SevenGreat. So a big thank you to SevenGreat for these items. It is truly appreciated. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of these kits. Do you have a favourite? Do you like the way that they're packaging the thread in this one here? This one's going to be fun because I've got so many ideas that I can customize it with, and I think this one will turn out okay. But again, it's a stitch and see type situation, but you know, I hope I gave you enough information for you to decide if it's something you would want to pick up yourself. But as I say, leave me a comment. I love to hear from you and I always respond. And if you can't think of anything to say, leave me an emoji and I will respond with an emoji back. It's all engagement, and YouTube really like engagement. Thank you to everybody for watching, and if this is your first time catching my channel, please subscribe, hit that like button and also the notification bell. I release videos on Saturdays, Mondays and Wednesdays unless something comes up and I'm unable to film, but I generally do 3 videos a week. If you're interested in supporting my channel further, I do have a Ko-fi and a Patreon account set up, and the details are up here on screen. But that will do it for this video. So everybody, no matter where you are, please stay safe, stay weird, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.